3/4 home is 3/4 a game. Hi everybody, welcome to Bradley Overrated, and today I review the game 3/4 home, which in case you couldn't tell by my intro, I did not like, which is disappointing considering that this game, and I kid you not, was in fact critically acclaimed. That's right, people said this game was unique, special, and it was satisfying, and I played this game, and it is certainly unique and special. Minus the satisfying part. So let's talk about it now. And it starts by saying that it's hard to read anything because the developers of this game took a minimalist approach in how they wanted to present it, which sounds pretty cool. You know, you don't really get that too often in video games. The problem is that it's hard to read anything, and everything's weird shading and faded out, and it's always white and black contrast. The artistic style could have been really cool with that if it's perfectly utilized. Games like, for example, Inside do a very similar thing and they make it just look amazing, whereas this game does not do that. It's very infuriating. And not only is that infuriating, the story itself is infuriating. You play as Kelly, a girl who has to go home, who's 3/4 of the way home, hence the name of the game, because they're so freaking clever like that. And that's it. That is the entire game. It's about a girl who is on her way home. Wow. But just you wait. It gets better. In order to actually get Kelly on her way home, you have to at all times, and I mean at all times, hold and push in on the right trigger. If you do not do this, your car will stop and the game will effectively pause, meaning there is no way for you to continue unless you are holding down the right trigger the entire time. There is no way to get a game over in this game, and eventually you will have to just hold it down in order to progress, as long as you also do the other thing, which is answer select dialogue options. This is a bad game by design. This is not fun. This is not invigorating. The fact that you force me to push down on a button the entire time is also infuriating. And not only that, while the dialogue and the characters aren't necessarily the worst, it's not an interesting story. It picks up towards the end, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just boring. This game in a nutshell is boring simulator. It's right trigger, hold down, and select dialogue options that don't really actually matter in the grand scheme of things because it doesn't change the outcome of the ending, the video game. Oh, and I should also mention there's a really distinct sound. Let me know if you can hear it. It reminds me of Dumb and Dumber. Hey, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? This is in the background for a majority of the game. I'm sorry. Look, I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to figure out what people saw in this game, because like I said, I like the minimalist art style approach. It's just ugly. I'm sorry, it's just ugly the way they did it. I'm trying to think of anything that can be positive about this game, but it's just frustrating. Like I said, I could get into the story if there was something a little bit more I could do in the game, but the truth is you can't. You can't do anything in this game, and it's just, eventually, you know, you'll be talking and you'll get to, you know, find out more about Kelly's family and talk to her brother, and, you know, you can do stuff like that. But it's just, it comes a point in time, and even though this game is really short, you can finish it in an hour or so, you just want it to end. After 15 to 20 minutes, you want something else to happen, something to pick up, but no, it's just dialogue. It's just talk. Here's some options. You say something, your mom might be less offended or even more offended if you select a certain choice. It's just, it could have been more, is what I'm trying to get across here. This game really could have been a lot better. But foolish me decided to get the extended edition, which has a whole nother story for you. That's right. If driving down a straight and narrow road during a thunderstorm wasn't exhilarating enough for you, there is another scenario where you play as Kelly, and I kid you not, you're waiting at a bus stop now while talking to your mom. This is Waiting at a Bus Stop, the video game. And no, I'm really not joking about this. As you see, this is the DLC, which means I spent extra money to get this part of the game, so I can get the full experience of waiting at a bus stop. And you have three options, basically. You can just wait around. You don't even have to call your mom. You can wait around and do nothing or get on a bus because, apparently freezing your butt off in Minnesota is a great idea. You can call your mom and talk to her, then walk around if you want, while you wait for a bus and then eventually get on a bus. Or you can just even get on a bus. That's it. And if you get on the wrong bus, which you can, by the way, it doesn't matter because the end results are the exact same. If you get on the correct bus, you'll get the same result as even if you get on the wrong bus. And I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but it just ultimately doesn't matter. So once again, your choices don't matter. It's just a matter of how much time do you want to waste while waiting for a bus. Okay, so I've talked about this game enough. I definitely want to give it a letter grade. I felt like I've thoroughly discussed how exhilarating this game really is. I mean, woo, top-notch stuff, right? So let's give it a letter grade. And for those of you that don't know, I give letter grades, A being the best, F being the worst, and 3/4 home, man. Oh, it's an F. I mean, come on, really? What did you want from me? I can't believe this is a critically acclaimed game that has an extended edition, and I can't believe, even though I got it on sale, I bought the extended edition. I am blown away that maybe there's something that is there that I'm not getting or seeing or experiencing here, but this doesn't even really feel like a complete game. It feels like a concept or an idea that was brought to life but not fully developed or finished. It's just that frustrating. Okay guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and if you ever want to see more of my random, very average at best reviews, be sure to click that subscribe button, push on that like button, hell, push the dislike button. I don't really care. I don't really care about likes and dislikes too much, but I do appreciate you and your time. I really do. I'm not just saying that. And as always, I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout, and I'm going to go now wait at a bus stop and see just how exhilarating it is. It must be something special. They made a whole video game for it. Yeah.